No one can listen to your body for you. To grow and heal, you have to take responsibility for listening to yourself. This is a quote by Jon Kabat-Zinn, the Zen meditation teacher and guru, and I think this encapsulates what I'm going to be talking about today. Because I want you to ask yourself this: do you really listen to yourself, your heart, and your body? Do you take the time to pause and tune into your body? Do you show yourself some respect by attending to your needs? Listen to the rest of the podcast episode to learn how you can do this. I am Anindita, a functional medicine certified health coach and the host of this podcast, Nourish, Heal, Connect. I became a health coach in response to a health crisis in my family. Along the way, I learned many lessons in self-care and healing and came to realize that our mind and body are intricately connected and that one cannot be healed without the other. I embarked on a journey of self-discovery which transformed my life and led me to become a health coach. In this podcast, I share with you guided meditations, inspiring stories and conversations to guide and support you in your own healing journey. So if you're a busy mom struggling with high levels of stress, overwhelm and guilt, with no time to take care of yourself, then this podcast is for you. I created this podcast to empower and inspire you to find more calm, positivity and resilience in your life by increasing self-awareness, practicing self-compassion and cultivating gratitude so that you can embrace the life you were meant to live. Many of us spend more time taking care of our possessions like cars, bags, clothes, phones, etc. than we do ourselves. Have you ever wondered why that is? If you are ready, you can also ask yourself, be honest. Do you really listen to yourself, your heart and your body? Do you take the time to pause and tune into your body? Do you show yourself some respect by attending to your needs? True healing starts with listening to yourself. When you value your body and actually honor it by listening to whatever messages it shares with you, you live a life that is fulfilling and even sometimes life-saving. This is something that I learned the hard way when my daughter was critically ill many years ago. And once she was on her path to recovery, I realized early that if I did not take out the time to take care of myself, I could not do a very good job as her primary caregiver. And that's when my own journey started. And I want to share with you some of the things that I have learned and some of the things that can help you today. So, starting with trusting your feelings, right? Something that we did when we were a baby and a young child, but somewhere along the way, this kind of trust gets eroded, right? But tuning into your body, you have access to the inner guidance that is always there to support you, especially in difficult times like these. Unfortunately, for many of us, we have been taught to live our lives in a constant state of emergency, as if everything that happens almost every day is some kind of emergency. And as a result, we often end up ignoring the messages that our body is trying to convey to us. Because what tends to happen in a situation like this is the messages often tend to be quite negative. But if we shift our perspective and notice that most of what we think is an emergency is really not, and if we can distinguish between what is urgent and what is important, then we can again start trusting ourselves. Because the more you practice listening to your body, the more you will respond to its needs. And in time, you will get better at it. It will also help you take timely action from a place of strength rather than a place of fear and prevent illness in the long run. Expressing your emotions. Again, the other thing that can really guide us in this is learning to first understand, label, and then express our emotions. Because the good thing is that by connecting to those parts of yourself that are crying out for help, you can find the strength to deal with the challenges as and when they arise. Because once again, since you're now able to trust your feelings, both good and bad, you find that you're able to give yourself what you need. And as you do that, you're present for your family in a more authentic and compassionate manner. So once again, when you learn to work with your body and not against it, you realize that your symptoms serve as messengers. And then it frees you up. This is something that I teach my own health coaching clients all the time. I teach them and I empower them to start trusting their bodies once again, to start getting in touch with themselves, in tune with their bodies, with their physical messages that their bodies are giving them, right? So body awareness is a big part of my coaching practice. It's not all about the diet. It's not all about the supplements or any other thing that I focus on, but body awareness plays a huge role. Also, the other thing that helps is using a healing power of touch, because in times of stress like we're going through right now, we can use the wisdom of our bodies to return us to a state of ease and calm. So whether it is news about the spread of COVID-19, whether it's an economic recession, work-related stress, or even worrying about your own health and your family's health, you can build resilience by tuning into your body. In fact, putting a hand on your heart and offering yourself some compassion can help you weather any kind of storm in your life to a large extent, right? It can ground you to the present moment, and it can make you more present and help you make better decisions. In fact, in episode number 7 of this podcast, I have shared with you a beautiful guided meditation called Hand on Your Heart, listening to the wisdom of your body. So if you would like to practice this, you can go and listen to that right now. I want to share with you a beautiful quote by the poet Naira Wahid. She says, "And I said, body softly, I want to be your friend. It took a long breath and replied, I've been waiting my whole life for this." So I want to end today's podcast episode by giving you a few things to think about. How you can listen to your body. So the first one is respect it. Start by thinking about and speaking to your body with love and respect. The second, connect your body and your mind. The easiest way to connect your body and mind is to use a combination of your breath and your sense of touch. You can put your hand on your heart and notice how your heart beats under your palm, how your chest rises and falls with each breath. And as you continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically, you can bring your focus to your in-breath and your out-breath. And keep tuning into your body and see if you can hear what it's telling you. The third thing that you can do is ask your body what it needs in this moment. Once you have tuned into your body, you can ask what it needs to feel better right away. But when it answers you, be ready to honor that need. Does it want more rest? Does it want some snack? Does it need some movement right now? Be ready to hear. And the last one is ask your body what it needs to stay healthy in the future. For this, take some time and ask your body what it needs on a long-term basis to heal and thrive, and write down whatever comes up for you. The point is not to do these exercises once, but to keep doing them, if possible every day or at least on a consistent basis before it becomes a habit for you. Because it is possible to see more peace, calm and joy in your life if you are intentional about it. And it starts with listening to yourself, listening to your body and what it needs from you. Over the next several weeks, I'll be expanding on this topic to help you start making changes so that you can see some results that you want in your life. And I will also be sharing some details of a membership program that I'll be offering next month to help you achieve just this. If you liked this episode, please leave a review on iTunes. Or if you would like to know more about the membership program that I just mentioned, it's for busy moms like you who's looking to get some more peace, calm and joy in their life. And it's going to have a beautiful community of amazing empowered women just like you. If you would like to know more and sign up for the waiting list, you can do so at anindita.rungta.com/membership. That's anindita.rungta.com/membership. I'll see you soon again. If you like this episode, be sure to subscribe at anindita.rungta.com/podcast so that you don't miss out on any of the weekly episodes which get published every Tuesday.